Hi and welcome to another video update from the Fire Brigades Union, here in the Union's head office in Kingston, London. We're joined by General Secretary Matt Rack for a further update on the vital issue of firefighter pensions. Now Matt, we did a previous update not that long ago where we thought we had won a really outstanding victory for firefighters in regard to pensions. We've done a feature in this month's issue of Firefighter which outlines some questions and answers in regard to this. Yeah. But frustratingly, it would appear that the government has appealed again. Now they call it seeking leave to appeal. What does that actually mean?
What that means, Tam, is that they want to appeal. So an appeal obviously is a further legal process, but they can't automatically appeal. They have to put in a case to judges about why they think they've got a case to appeal. So they have to have a point of law that is of general interest that means that the court, the judicial system says, yes, you can then move to a formal appeal. So that all they've done is effectively sought permission to appeal. That's the stage that we're at. And we have opposed that. So on our behalf, our lawyers have submitted to the same process saying we don't think they have a point of law which is valid for an appeal. So that's now in the hands of other people, and we'll have to wait the outcome of that.
We see await the outcome, and we've seen the reaction in social media and elsewhere. Firefighters who had their pensions robbed. The union's been fighting for years. We achieved what we think is an incredible victory, and now so frustrating to see an appeal's underway. Do we have timescales? How long is this going to take, this appeal situation?
Well, we don't know because I understand they consider various applications for appeal at the same time. So it will go into a process, and we simply have to wait the outcome of that, as we did with the previous appeal. It is frustrating. Unfortunately, the government have got resources, taxpayers' money to throw at this. They can go to lawyers and get the best lawyers and try and attack us in that way. But all we can do is keep fighting our corner. That's what we've done. We did win a big success in the Court of Appeal. We will now oppose their right to appeal. If they win that and it goes to appeal, then we'll fight them at that appeal as well. So people shouldn't give up. This is a fight that's going to continue. OK, Matt, well, since this came out, I know we've all been inundated with questions from members. One of the big questions that's coming up is in regard to the members on the 2006 scheme, because this judgment only relates to the previous scheme, the Firefighters Pension Scheme, doesn't it? Yeah, this was a series of employment tribunal cases that we submitted for members of the old 1992 scheme. So it doesn't cover people, and the judgment does not apply to members on the 2006 scheme. We are considering the 2006 scheme and what we might be able to do about that. But because the structure is so very different of the 2006 scheme, we've got to compare that with the structure of the 2015 scheme. I think the assurance I want to give people, just as in this case, where we could find an avenue to challenge the government, we did so. And where we can find an avenue to challenge the government on anything else, we will do so. So there's lots of other work going on. This is not the only bit of work that's going on pensions. We are looking at ways to improve accrual rates, pension contributions, a whole number of discussions that we're taking to the scheme advisory boards, for example, across the United Kingdom. So this is not the end of the road in terms of other elements of campaigning on pensions. OK, Matt, well, there's been another high-profile development, and it comes from Liz Truss, who is the Secretary, I think, to the Treasury. Now, she's come out with this extraordinary statement saying that this is going to cost the taxpayer £4 billion a year. I mean, what is this money? We were the ones that had our money robbed, weren't we? Yeah, it's quite a bizarre statement from Liz Truss. And this is because all the public sector schemes were due to be revalued after 3 years. That process was in place, and they've now put it all on hold precisely because of the Court of Appeal decision in relation to our own case and the judge's case. It's slightly bizarre. So the £4 billion, we started to wonder, where's the £4 billion come from? It is clearly not about the firefighters scheme. It can only be a reflection of the whole of the public sector, all the public sector pension schemes, which suggests, and is I suppose an obvious point, if the protection arrangements are discriminatory in the firefighter scheme, then presumably they're discriminatory in all the other schemes where that mechanism was applied as well. So we've potentially created a huge headache for the government. That's not our problem. As you say, these people came along, attacked our pensions, robbed us of what we think our members were entitled to, and we're entitled to fight back, and that's what we did. So we don't apologise for that at all. We think they should carry on and make the improvements to public sector pension schemes, including our own. And if there's money if there's a cost arising from the victory that we won in the Court of Appeal and we're able to sustain that, actually they should find the money. That's their problem, not ours.
So definitely, in terms of our statement to the government is, you've created the situation, it's your problem, you sort it.
Absolutely. They came along, they decided to attack our pensions that people had paid in for many years, in some cases decades, and taking away the promises that had been given to people when they started in the fire service. And we fought back, and we're not apologising for that. And if they've created a financial problem for the government, they need to find that money from somewhere else.
Absolutely. Matt, thanks very much. Well, look, we're going to be doing further updates on this on a regular basis. But we also have an e-bulletin which sends messages straight into your inbox, gives you all the up-to-date information. It's called Roll Call. There's a link on the screen now. You go through our FBU website, which is www.fbu.org.uk. Scroll down to the bottom and sign up to Roll Call. That way you get news directly to you. For more immediate updates, of course, you can follow us on Twitter, and that's at FBU National. Until next time, thanks for joining us, and thanks so much, Mark.